What's up, stream? We're back. Building a tech startup live, part 2 for the day. I took a break. I ate some ice cream, and I watched the old live stream, and I realized how slow I was. Building a tech startup live. All right, we're good. I'll try to read chat more. I know there's only like 5 people watching, but like, and by 5 I mean like 0, but still. When you guys do talk, I don't say anything. So that encourages less talking. So this time, I'm gonna try to move faster, stay more on topic so this isn't boring. I'll have to do this eventually. I hate keeping tabs open, but I do it so much. Dude, I'm copying this guy's style so much. Check out Mark Liu if you guys want to actually learn how to build a startup, kind of. We'll see if it works. Okay.
Hi.
Oh yeah, Igor Rityanovich is cool too. But that's for like video editing if you're into that. Okay. We left off building these pages, and we built it in single page app style, even though that wasn't necessary. So we built stupid, which I couldn't think of a name for. It's just like a welcome page. And so it defines create a crib or join an existing crib. And actually, we can start linking this stuff up now. And I don't care if this is best practice or not, the way I'm going to do it. But whatever. Who cares? But yeah, we're just going to start like linking this stuff up. And then I really want to start getting to the meat of the actual project and making like getting to the database stuff and crap. So we're not gonna yeah let's just move. So create a crib. Okay, yeah, and then we're gonna go to /create. And create goes to customize right now, which is not how I intended it. Create. I wonder, oops. Create routes back to stupid because we haven't set up any routing stuff yet. I wonder if we just, well, we don't actually have a create HTML. It's all routing back to our index, which is just this. Okay, so let's start linking these single page app stuffs up. So when we create a crib, we want that to go to create, and we want that to stay at create. Right now it's not staying. So let's check out create. I set it up so you can select little items you want in your crib. And then next, it redirects you to the login, which is what we want. Oh, but something broke there actually. Alright, because it's supposed to show something else. Why isn't it showing something else? Console. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Oh. Yeah, and then it runs login. We have it running login after the create button is clicked. So it runs login. But in the login page, I had written some code. If you tuned into the last live stream, where this from create would get populated if the previous state was create, which it should have been, you know? Now, I don't know why that's not working. Previous state. Okay. I shouldn't even be worrying about this right now. You know? Get a console.log going from customize. Bam. Bam. Okay, we're not getting a... Oh, it's because I changed it to create. Because it's... Yeah. There we go. And then we have it saying, like, save your progress. We do have to figure out this routing. Because it's kind of getting on my nerves. So if... I kind of want this to be the main router. You know? So in our Firebase we have... like, overlying routes. So land, if you want to go to the landing, you'll go to the landing. If you want to go to terms, you'll go to the terms. If you want to go to privacy, you'll go to privacy. Everywhere else gets routed to index. So we control everything else. So the non-static pages we control. So if the user's logged in, they should get routed to the function logged in. That makes sense to me. Else, yeah, this logic seems fine. If they're coming from the application, it should run stupid. Else, it should parse the input, right? I'm confusing myself. Because, yeah, if we're not logged in... Actually, no, I'm probably confusing myself. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll set up an if else. Yeah, with the part split. No more suggestions. Because we have the part split, right? Yeah. Let's create. Okay, so... to do create logged in function, sure. So if part split first... So if the part split is at create, then we'll run the create function. That's fine. Else if? Is it elif? No, it's still safe. It's still safe, right? Yeah. It's because we're getting JavaScript. Okay. Is equal to just root. Root should route to the landing page. So would that be null? If we just do that? It's just, no, it's empty. Then we can stick that in here. PWA goes to stupid. Not, we go to create. Because we are creating. Oh no, it should go to landing. Duh. Redirect to the landing page. Oops. Whatever I did there. Okay, I'm trying to be quicker for you guys. Okay, cool. So yeah, when we route, we should just go to the landing.html. I wonder, I forget how to like remove the need to like have the HTML. .html at the end of it, because it looks a lot cleaner if it doesn't have that. But we don't have the luxury of having the landing page be our index, because we don't want it to be the index. Or do we? No, but because no, yeah, we don't, because it's static, so we want the index to be dynamic. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Don't even worry about it. Beautiful. Look, so good, so good. Let me check the chat. Okay, nobody, no friends. That's fine. Okay. And then we should have a login. Else if login, we run login. Yeah, that's fine. So if we do $source equal PWA, then we get routed to what the app will see. It's stupid for now. And if we go to it's the landing page, we don't have any login. Then we go to the login page. Why is the login page broken? I'm alive. Now what if I here? Why are we not running? Right, if part split is equal to login. Let's create, does that, it's empty, does that, like what's going on? You know, bro? Console log redirecting to login page. Redirecting to login page. Then it runs login. Is it mad at me because there's no previous state? Can I read properties of null? Reading page? Really? Really? Okay, that's fine, maybe. What if we add in a parameter? Prev state. And we call login with. And what if we make it so previous state is optional even? Wow. Because you can like set it equal to false, right? Or null or something. Like that's valid, I'm pretty sure. Yo, valid. Alright. So then login with story.page .state page. Try that. Login. Oh wait, we don't even need the history. Duh. We just need the part split. It's just like, yeah. Okay, so if we're on create and we go to login. Oops. Go back. Login. I was hoping that would work. Oh, because this is from the router. Okay, we can't. Yeah, we should rely on everything for the router. No more jank stuff. So that means in create, you don't want to be running login. We just want to add a href. A href. right? Create. Bam. This has an href, doesn't it? Href login. That means... Oh, the alert still popped up. That means it's not updated. No, but it was, because I clearly saw that it had the href there. Why is it not going to login? Can buttons have hrefs, right? Why? Alright, chat. First chat question of the stream. Why isn't the hrefing? Redirecting will help chat out a little bit. Well, I don't want to... That's... Really? Really? Okay. Fine. So we'll keep this alert just because it's... Because I'm going to forget how to grab information from the inputs. Like, yeah, I forget how to use map a lot. So, okay. That should redirect me to login. Ooh. I'm alive. So, yeah, that didn't work. And if I do history dot state, yeah, previous state, because it knows what state it was in. Okay. Do I want to do this fancy stuff? Decorate push state to record the current state in the application. On push state, current state is state on the original push state. Window.history.back. Well, that's what I did, right? Paste. No, okay. So history.back isn't real. But window.history.forward. Forward? Why not? Yeah, okay. Window.history. Yeah, we'll just print everything. State null. Push state. Replace state. Scroll restoration. State. Well, I just want to... Actually, is it? Just in the stringify. It's a lot more readable. But it's not empty. It's clearly not. Like, there's a length 50. State, no. No dot history? No. Dot state. No. See, it knows your stuff. Alright, whatever. Because if I go back, it goes to create. You know, it knows. It freaking knows, dude. Beautiful. Ugh. Damn it. PWA. Welcome to the crib. Create a crib. Ooh, beautiful. Customize your crib. Next. Okay. ChatGPT. How to These are like such silly things. Like, I'm just trying to add text right now. Document.refer. Oh. Oop, not document.ref. Oh. Dot split. -1. Oh, you can't do -1? Okay. That irrelevant. So let's go to login. Don't worry about this previous state nonsense. No, yeah, I don't know. Right. Okay, so now we're going to previous state is the if document.refer, if create in document.refer. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I want. Landing page. Currently I have no way of getting to the rest of the stuff. It's not all linked up yet, so we're gonna go to, let's just do source equal to PWA. Create a crib. I want all these. Next. Save your progress. Boom! If I reload this, because it came from the last one, you know? See, that's kind of silly, but I don't know. Who cares about bugs, you know? Start up. If I try to leave. It didn't try to save my progress there. So let's run through this thing. Can't find my habits. Ding. 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 Not for now. Save your progress. Oh! Save your progress. And it knows. Probably would throw a cookie or something. Application. Cookies. Maybe. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, nothing matters. Nothing even matters. Log into the crib. So now I can add sign in. So now once I get users signed in, I can start actually creating real stuff. Okay, cool. Good progress. We built the router. I'll be back. Let me go check on my girlfriend. All right, I'm back. I'm curious if you guys are disappointed by the title. This is a tech startup. I'm just making an app. You know, still a tech startup. So let's make this Google sign-in work, and we'll worry about email later. We're leaving a bunch of holes, but that's fine. We can get a little note-taking going. My YouTube folder. Ugh. Why? I thought these imports didn't work. Okay, whatever. If I delete it. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about this right now. Okay. Added like cool little icons to my craps. So we just want to add a document, call it what's the name of this? Just start up the crib. The crib. Call it the crib. And we'll make a to-do list. To do. Link all buttons eventually. And get email auth working. We can get a cool the crib. Nice. The one annoying thing is that because I wish I could like make components for names or something, you know, instead of like hard coding it. But you know, we're trying to make this startup quick. We're not doing it right. We're doing it quick. So let's do it. So the tournament router is going to represent like our actual users' houses. So let home? Yeah, okay. Let home equals a function of path split. I wonder where. Oops. I wonder where tournament. Router. Okay. Wait, so where's home getting used? I feel like paths. No, actually, never mind. Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. No, nothing. Nothing, mother. Just the northern lights. Let me just watch my stream real quick. Paths. No, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. No, nothing. Alright, I'm wasting time. Mother. Just the northern lights. Okay, so another thing to our router. I'm trying to think. Because we should have an else clause here. I'm trying to think if this should be the else clause. Probably, right? If they get it wrong, we would want it going to yeah. Okay. I'll add an else if here. And now we're actually gonna start getting to the fun of the internals of the app. Finally. The good stuff. And no more of this like routing boring stuff. Keep with the convention I'm going with here. Oops. Okay. So if part split 1 is, we'll call it crib for now. Then it's gonna call home with part split 2, which will be the actual ID of the crib. And that's what that part split was that you guys saw. Oh, we also have to make a sign up thing. That's something else for the create sign up func. All right, so how do we want to do this? ChatGPT. Oh, it's 3. 3 o'clock. That means we can use our original session. The crib landing page. I really have to pee though. So I might be back, but we'll generate this first. Let me plug my laptop in. About a croak. Okay. Thank you. Can you now generate a home page for my app? Should have a nav. Oh, why are we ramping up? Is it because I plugged that in? Is trying to do some fancy stuff now? Okay. Can you now generate a homepage for my app? Actually, I'm not sure my audio's not peaking. No, it's loud, but it's not peaking. Okay. Can you now generate a homepage for my app? It should have a nav thing for each of the tabs the user wants. Poop tracker, chore, random, user, etc. And on the home page, I want to add a random meme board for users to upload. Card with homepage should also have a basic structure for leaderboards for from the trackers. And include who still hasn't done their chores. We could also do reminders to pay your bills. Add feature reminder to pay rent / utilities with dates. Push notifications. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom. BRB. And we're back. Let's see what chat generated for us. So, home. Oh, crap. Hold up. Da 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 da. Then Digo double G. Snoop. See how simple this app is, dude? So, how does this work? Oh, so it'll page. What do we do for the page? Do we include? I'll include everything, I guess. What does push state do again? State unused. What's that mean? What does unused do? Parameter exists for historical reasons and cannot be omitted. Passing an empty string is safe against future changes to the method. So it looks like state is the most important. Whoa. I didn't know this. I don't know you could like add cool IDs and stuff. So it kind of doesn't matter, but what I put here. Page will be what I had before. Okay. Home slash path split. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Let's just copy path split and that's good. Okay. Okay. Body. What's our body looking like right now? Ugh. Priority 900. Text white. Flex. Justify center. Okay. So let's just see what happens when. I wonder what font family. I wonder what font family this is. It should tell me, right? Font extra bold. Yeah. Where's the font family, right? Where is it? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they don't show me that the font. No, it's just extra bold. But whatever. Doesn't matter. Why am I worrying about fonts right now? Because I shouldn't be. Well, let's just paste in what ChatGPT generated. See how it goes. Are you kidding me? Oh. It should have worked, right? Let's look at the console. Unexpected token. Is this my index? Index.js. What's going on? It's only a game. Is there anything wrong with it? Did I do that? Word. I don't know what went wrong there. Um, login works. Create works. And we should make sure that users can only go to home if they're authenticated. Yeah. Because this is if... Yeah. Oh, because I made it crib. It's not home. Crib. Alright. It's close. They're close. See, that looks kind of good. And it shouldn't say the crib, it should say there, like whatever. Oh, yeah. That should be part of the create page. There's no input box. Oh, like a clear input box, you know? That'd be nice. It might be nice. Alright. I think it's better suited as home instead of crib. And home if user should trigger home with the user object and the parts split. Actually, we'll switch those. I wish there was like an easy way of like switching them, you know. What did I do wrong? Okay. Home. User. Doesn't get used yet, whatever's fine. Are you mad? Oh wait, I had this problem with the login page too. We should just add flex to the body. right? Does that fix things? No. Slash lol. Console, what did I do wrong? Is there an unexpected token somewhere? Where? Index.js.1. Is it even running? I'm alive. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. But still, I don't know what broke. No, flex was there, so let me just remove flex column. What did I even do? I don't even know what I did. Dig button. It just says everything's wrong. Which it is not. Okay, so let's go to create. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in. Because this is a logged in thing. Because I'm not a user. Else, we should get redirected to ./landing.html. Home/lol. Okay. OJ. Let me just make sure. Yeah, what's getting run here? If they're a user, they're just going straight home. Else, if they're creating, they're going to create. If they're logging in, they're going to log in. Else. Wait, so what is stupid? Stupid is the base page. Yeah, I don't get what's going on. Nothing's running at all, which means that something's just broken. Something's just straight up broken. I think this is fine. I think there's literally something just broken somewhere. Let me just cut stuff out. Well, I'm obviously not a user. If I just remove everything here. Yeah, something's still broken. Yeah, still something wrong. So here we get routed to landing. What is going on? Did this just happen? Like, anybody in chat know what it did? Nobody is here to help. You gotta be your own hero. There's some spillage going on. Joe. So if I go to home lol, yeah, it's Joe. Yeah, it's obviously not getting run. And I've handled this else statement. Yeah, this isn't the issue. The issue is when we try to go home. And it's like an obvious issue. Like, it's obviously not gonna render home because we're not a user. But like, what are these errors? Like, if we're at home lol, it should replace it with the landing page. We're not a user. Else. No user. To cache under the reload. It's just broken. And maybe this is the... Oh, it's the imports, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Where's my... Oh, index. No, it's grabbing everything from the right spot. Get finding index and stuff. Okay, let's just go back to working version. The parse float 1 is equal to home. We'll see if this works. Oh. So, okay. So it just... Why doesn't it know what to do with the third parameter there? See, that worked. Okay. And that looks pretty damn good. And that had nothing to do with this, I don't think. Unless it did. No, it did. Okay. And that worked. Why did my mouse just die there? Why? Was that... Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. I thought there was like a lot of lag. But no, we're good. Why does it break there? Okay, question for chat. Why does my website break when using URL something? I do is fine, but adding the second slash makes it break. Can it like? It's gotta. It's definitely something is linked wrong or something. Um. Index. I have this. No, but that isn't relative. That's the. Oh. Oh, maybe I am being stupid. Maybe dot signifies the current directory. You think you're all smart, Sebastian. Oh. Okay. Bug Hunter Sebastian. Bug Finder Shib. So yeah, we can remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Figure that out later. Whatever. Next.js. Oh, and then we're routing to HTML like that. Sweet. Thanks, chat. Cool beans. I'm just silly. And now. Yep, okay. So now you can't access anything. Unless you're a user. And then eventually we're going to have to add in if you're a paying user. So like requires payment. Okay, so we're gonna have to map out the database structure soon. Which means I'm gonna have to learn how to use Firestore. Which means I'm gonna have to learn how to use fancy whatchamacallits. Fancy collections. No, I don't want to give them end of React. Web components ROP. Let's navigate to the tube. Actually, do that on here. Navigate to the tube. Okay, my brain just broke again. I'm gonna make this live stream a lot more faster paced. But can't really do that if your brain keeps breaking. So, how Firestore works. I don't want to watch 12 videos. I love a good Fireship. Firestore in a minute, not bad. Minute. Even though I like Fireship.
Give me a minute and I'll show you how Cloud Firestore can help build apps quickly by simplifying data storage in the cloud. Cloud Firestore is a serverless NoSQL document database that simplifies storing, syncing, and querying data for your mobile, web, and IoT apps at global scale. It simplifies app development, providing built-in security, automatic scaling, and multi-regional replication. It works in near real time, allowing you to fetch changes from your backend as they happen, which means you can collaborate with multiple users and keep your data in sync across multiple devices. It offers robust client libraries and built-in offline support, so your app remains responsive regardless of network latency or internet connectivity. Cloud Firestore integrates with both Google Cloud and Firebase, and creating it is as simple as selecting the location for your database, creating a collection, and then adding documents to it, leading to nested collections and documents per your need. Accessing data is easy. You drill down into a collection and then a document until you get the data you want. Cloud Easy. You drill down into a collection and then a document until you get the data you want.
I wonder how you put a collection in a document.
Allows you to directly connect your app to the data, run strong transactions across hundreds of documents, and run sophisticated queries without worrying about performance. It comes with a generous free tier, and it's easy to estimate budget since you pay per read and write. For all these reasons, Cloud
Cool.
Modeling relational data in a NoSQL database like Firestore can be a challenge, especially if you come from a SQL background, because you'll have to unlearn many of the principles that you already know. My goal today is to show you a handful of techniques that you can use to model data relationships, such as one-to-one, one-to-many.
I just want to see an example.
We'll talk about the
Okay, so collection of channels, document, members.
different ways. I'm going to show you how to build these data models in the Firestore console, and we'll talk about the
User group. Channels.
trade-offs for each technique. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe documents. NoSQL document-oriented database, similar to CouchDB and MongoDB if you're familiar with those. Instead of storing data with a bunch of columns and rows like you would with a traditional SQL database, you store data as collections of documents. Collections don't store any data of their own, they're just containers to hold multiple documents that you can query. And a document itself can just be thought of as a JSON object. And a document itself can just be thought of as a JSON object. In order to keep your queries efficient, it's important that you make your collections large and your documents small. In fact, documents need to be at least 1 megabyte or smaller. But a collection can hold millions of documents and still be queried efficiently. Firestore gives you 3 fundamental ways to model your data. The first way would be a root collection, which is just a collection of documents in the root of your database. The second option is to embed data directly on the document itself. It behaves very similar to JSON, so we can save objects, arrays, and other
Big collection, small
data
documents.
types on the document. It just needs to be relatively small, again limited to 1 megabyte. Then our third option is to nest a sub-collection on a document. This allows us to scope collections to a parent document, creating a hierarchy structure. Now that we know the fundamentals, let's jump into the Firestore console and start modeling some data. The first thing we'll do is create a root collection called users that maintains a document for each user in our app. Every document in a collection needs to have a unique ID, but you can create your own ID, and there are some clever things you can do to manage relationships by doing that, which we'll get into here in a second. Now let's assume that every user in our app might be able to obtain certain rankings or achievements through activity that they perform in our app. In other words, a user has many rankings. The easiest way to maintain this relationship is by embedding an object on the document itself. So we'll call that rankings and select an object. And then for each relationship, we set a key and a value. You can make queries based on these object properties, so it's important to use consistent naming across all user documents. I'm just using a number as the value, but you could nest an additional object or other data type under each property. That works pretty well, but it doesn't scale if your anticipated data footprint is any greater than a megabyte. So embedded data works best when you have a small, simple data structure that doesn't need to scale up to thousands of records. Let's go ahead and assume our ranking data is much more complex, and we'll nest it as a sub-collection. We can click Add Collection, which we'll call Rankings. Then we'll quickly add a couple of documents to the sub-collection. The nice thing here is that we can save as many documents in this collection to the sub-collection. The nice thing here is that we can save as many documents in this collection as we need, and it also maintains the relationship with the parent document, which happens to be the user. That's great for representing a relationship, but you need to ask yourself, are you going to need to query this data across any parent documents? In other words, do you need to make a query that goes something like, I need all users that are ranked black belt? Because currently that type of query is not possible in a subcollection. The data is completely scoped to that user, so you can't use it to query across multiple users.
Okay.
So what we're going to need to do in that case is denormalize our data and save our rankings collection as a root collection. When we create a document in this root collection, we'll want to save the user ID of the associated user on each individual document. You can embed a document ID as a string or the actual full path to a document in Firestore. In most cases, saving the document ID as a string will be sufficient, but there may be cases where you have deeply nested complex data that would benefit from having the full document reference. In either case, the idea is very similar to a foreign key in a SQL database. We can't do join queries like we do in a SQL database, but what we can do is reference a related document.
It's confusing until it gets easy.
And pull that in as a secondary query. With the root collection, we can also reference multiple user IDs to create a many-to-many relationship. By adding a second user ID, what I'm doing here is creating a relationship that says a ranking can have many users and users can have many rankings. Now let's try another example. Let's see if we can model the relationship between tweets and users in Twitter in Firestore.
Okay.
So the first thing I might...
So I need to manage the relationship between, tweet from user tweets. I need to manage the relationship between leaderboards and users. That's probably all I need.
Do is create a subcollection of tweets under each user document. A tweet is owned by a user, so logically you would think that a tweet should be nested under the user. When displaying tweets for a given user's feed, that should be perfectly
And
fine.
that was a
user.
That was a collection.
When a user, so logically you would think that a tweet should be nested under the user. When displaying tweets for a given user's feed, that should be perfectly fine. But the one caveat there is that if it tweets for a given user's feed, that should be perfectly fine. But the one caveat there is that if we tweets for a given user's feed, that should be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But the one caveat there is that if we want to display a feed that goes across multiple users, we're going to have a problem. Every query to this tweets collection is going to be scoped to that user document. So let's imagine we want all of the users' tweets for a certain day. We could say where created at is greater than or equal to today. That works well in certain cases, but in this case, since we want to query all of the tweets across all users, we're going to need to make this a root collection. That will allow us to modify our query to be scoped at the root instead of underneath this user document. We could also try to embed a tweets object on the user document directly, but since our users can potentially have thousands of tweets, that doesn't really make sense from a scaling standpoint. Potentially, we'll try to embed a tweets object on the user document.
Wait, but
in this case, since we want to query all of the tweets across all users, we're going to need to make this a root collection. That will allow us to modify our query to be scoped at the root instead of underneath this user document. We could also try to embed a tweets object on the user document directly, but since our users can potentially have thousands of tweets, that doesn't really make sense.
So what were they doing before? What was he doing before?
So logically, you would think that a tweet should be nested under the user.
Yeah, so he
when displaying tweets for a given user's feed, that should be perfectly fine. But the
tweets, and then you add a bunch of documents.
documents are going to root or make user document directly with this user document. We could also try to embed a tweets object on the user document directly, but since our users can potentially have thousands of tweets, that doesn't really make sense from a scaling standpoint.
Well, where else are you going to put it, though?
So we'll go ahead and move that collection to the root, and this time we'll save the user ID on each individual tweet document. We lose the convenient relational structure of a subcollection, but in return we get a more flexible structure for compound queries. Now we can write code that's going to return all the tweets for multiple users, for example, all the tweets created today. But we can still scope the tweets to the exact user by querying that user ID. So we'll say ref where user ID equals user1. And we can even chain these where statements together to perform a compound query. So that could...
Okay, so if we think about our structure, oh, get out of here. We db struct. What would be on the root? Users. Homes. Leaderboards would be in homes. Leaderboards. Poop data. Drink data. Shopping. And users would have we can map this directly. Their UID. And then they'd also have like homes would also have like a metadata where it's like is paying customer. Right? Is that listed under home? That should be listed under home. So owner is paying customer plan maybe, and the plan would contain user max is paying customer. Sorry if this is boring. Oh, fix that ish. Everything rocks. Everything's rocks. Everything does rock. Everything does rock. Everything rules. Yeah. I wish I could see what time this was posted. Okay. Yeah, so and part of the plan would be the user max payment details. We'd have to find out if pay required. I don't know I don't know if Stripe manages. No, I don't think Stripe will manage how much the people owe, because I'm saying like if I change pricing. Type. Like if I change it from one time to recurring. My throat kind of hurts. Today's Tuesday. Realistically, I build this by Sunday. Well, hopefully I build this, like, this is done by Thursday. And then I can figure out the legal logistics, because I have to start an LLC, I think, to add Stripe abilities in. And then I have to get this pushed to the App Store. I don't know if there's like an approval process. That would suck. But yeah. Okay. Payment details. Pay required. That's vague. Has paid. Value. We'll store type here. Leaderboards, well, obviously have leaderboard stuff. We'll figure that out later. Hmm. What if could I throw this in users? No, I can't throw this in users. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we don't want this in users, because then we'd have to comb through all the users to see who owes us money. We want this to be closer to the root. And homes is at the root, and every home will require a paying user, so it's fine that this is in homes. Pay rip. Oops. Required pay amount. Okay, this seems fine for now. So what should be stored under users? Because I can just comb through leaderboards if I want. Like from leaderboards. Oh, okay. Homes need user metadata too, or like user data. Users. UID. Do I need anything from the user? Because it'll be stored in... should I? Or members would be better here. The number, the UID, sure. Oops, what did I do? UID. So like 1 to X, whatever. The user, and then here we'll store their like actual name information. Name, username. We do authentication, so we don't need password stuff. Oh, image. Just don't upload an image. It would be helpful if I went to the other project I had where I did this. I never used Firestore. Leaderboards, users. So I have their UID, image. Oh yeah, do they live there? Okay. Okay, so, okay. UID. Living status. Like if they live there or not. I think this is fine. Because let me think of the queries that I would be making. I would be making leaderboard queries. Oh. Oh, this sucks. Okay, so first I'd be checking if people are paying customers. If everybody in a house is a paying customer. So home has to be at the root. I'd be finding users' names. So users must be at the root. So if UID equals blank or whatever. I'd be checking I'd be combing through. No, I'd just be trying to find names. I think we're fine for now. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't show these UIDs. Oh yeah, this is Giga Live. I forgot. I don't have security rules on this, which maybe I shouldn't have said out loud. Maybe I should have just let you guys figure this out for yourselves, but whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Gives us a nice one-to-many relationship between users and tweets, but users can also like other users' tweets, so how might we set that up? That gives us a many-to-many relationship where a heart belongs to both a user and a tweet. And we also want that relationship to be unique. For example, a user shouldn't be able to heart the same post multiple times. So one easy way to enforce that uniqueness is to create your own custom document ID. So in this example, I have a heart document where the ID is the user ID followed by an underscore followed by the tweet ID. By doing that, it becomes easy to query a specific tweet to see if the user has already hearted that tweet. And
Okay. This isn't completely obvious to me. Like if the way I'm doing this is correct or not. So if you heart something, why would you need it in its own root collection?
so, for example, a user shouldn't be able to one. And we can even chain these where statements together to perform a compound query. So that gives us a nice one-to-many relationship between users and tweets, but users can also like other users' tweets, so how might we set that up? That gives us a many-to-many relationship.
So users tweets, tweets users. Okay, so situations where you'd have to find a user from his tweet, and a situation where you have to find a tweet from the user. Dun 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 dun. Right now, Holmes has a lot, but and ooh, just makes sense that leaderboards would be in home. Okay, so hearts. Would that data have to be copied anywhere? Yeah, because a tweet would have a heart, and then a user would have hearted a tweet. So is there anything in common with the metadata and anything else? I guess just users. I feel like we're good. Metadata and users don't really have much in common. Like, except for just the owner. But, like, should we store that a user is an owner? Like, check what home they own? Home name. Well, users can be members of multiple homes.
Where a heart belongs to both a user and a tweet. And we also want that relationship to be unique. For example, a user shouldn't be able to heart the same post multiple times. So one easy way to...
Okay. What was the track I was on? I don't even remember. I think my brain's frying a little bit here, guys. Oh yeah, because users can be members of multiple homes. So right? Will we need that information? Oh yeah, because we're not going through every single home to see what.
enforce that uniqueness is to create your own custom document ID. So in this example, I have a heart document where the ID is the user ID followed by an underscore followed by the tweet ID. By doing that, it becomes easy to query a specific tweet to see if a user has already hearted that tweet. And it also ensures that a user can't heart a tweet more.
Okay, and just in case, we'll ask chat to. Yep. Optimize my Firebase Firestore DB string is best. Also explain why it is hopefully we can copy this in well. Not really. Okay, so users will have UID. I have no clue if this is like, yeah. Homes, home ID. Map? The hell's a map? Well, I'm gonna have to comb through every home to see if the owner has paid. Members, UID. Oh, leaderboards. Oh, yeah, okay. Data. Okay, so it recommends I do data. Data. So it recommends I do leaderboards instead of homes. Like that. Yeah. Leaderboards on the same scale as data. But then. Okay. Frick. Plan should be a map, whatever that means. If I track it's what's it still generating? It's probably just broken. Yeah. Homes payments is separate Oh, do I need all that? I guess I. No, I get. Yeah, that would be good. Metadata, payments, PID, paid. Cool. Okay. Fine, I'm happy with that. I'll be back. I'm gonna take a little break. I've decided I'm gonna go for a quick 5-minute walk, get some air and stuff. I'll be back. Goodbye. Put you guys on the homepage just so it looks nice and stuff. I'm gonna make myself some tea because my throat kind of hurts a little bit. Be right back. But you see how easy it is to just build something that looks good? ChatGPT is the GOAT. And this should actually redirect to to sign up. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. Why isn't... We never fixed that. Okay. We can do that now. We wanted to add a flex thing around the body, which we ended up doing, flex column, and I think that doesn't break anything. I think it only helps. It only helps. Therefore, yep, that's good. Login. Login is the one that's weird. Obviously, we're on the login page right now. Where'd login go? Here. So I built this like wrapper div, which just isn't necessary. Oh, it's still broken. Oh, I had a little bit of padding around the, yeah, MX4 right here, as you can see. Is that because I added flex column to this thing? Like, there's no way, right? It is? What does flex column do? But we do need flex column. Like, flex column is necessary. But it's freaking everything up. Later problem. Later problem. Later problem. Later problem. Later problem. Later problem. Let's get moving, boys. Okay, so now we can actually add in like Firebase sign in with Google stuff. Which I forget how to do. So log in, sign in with Google. Is there an on click? Where is this? Oh, yeah. Logout is a button, and then we have onClick Firebase auth.signout. So where's the sign in button? Maybe it'll autocomplete. Actually, I prefer more to the front. I assume it's something like that. JavaScript. What's this new crap? I don't even have, like... sign in with pop-up. And my provider here. Google it. Okay, so it should be easy as chicken nuggets to sign in with Apple too. And I think that's something I should do because we'll just add that to the to-do list. Get out of here. Cool. Okay, let's get to testing. That should work, right? Go get it. Not a function. What's wrong with it? Firebase.auth.signin. Is it the S? That'd be slightly silly, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so how do we emulate only hosting? Oh, it's a space. There we go. Authorized domains. Uh, what is the domain? It's 127 point. I think I need the port too. Oops. Add. Actually, this should be fine. Beautiful. Okay. Sign in with Google is working. Sorry for the rod, guys. Just, kind of dead in my brain a little bit. Okay, so now we can get logged in and get started. So that'll change our... Okay. So now that we can log in, we can make our create part fully fledged so that we can like actually pretend we're a new user and create a new house, and then once we log in, we'll actually create the full house. Let's do this, I guess. Let's create. When we go to create, you specify what you want. And I actually want some things to come pre-selected, so... What is save customization? Okay. Input checked. Status checked? Can I like... Oh, you can just add checked. I forgot. So what do I think everyone should have? Probably a chore randomizer. checked. So that means it should come blue. Shopping list, yeah. Checked. Blue. We'll see if when I load the page up, it's, yep, okay. Poop tracker is optional. Drinking game generator, I think people want that. Blue. The drink tracker, I think people like that. Okay, so this will come pre-selected. Then they can add the other options if they want to. Oh, why save your progress look ugly? It's fine. It's because that doesn't have, no, it does have MX Auto. Whatever, it's fine. So, create. Chat GPT. For the customization. Progress bar. The bottom. Customization. Check it out. Let's check it out. Ooh, progress bar ain't looking good. Ain't looking good. I mean, it's looking good, but like, it's fixed to the bottom. What if I do this? Well, it's good that it's, I think it's good that it's fixed, because if I add Features. You know. We can just do fixed bottom 3 maybe. Whatever gets out the door, you know. Milk and dirt and soot and grime. Yeah, okay. So we'll do step 1 of 3, and the third step will just be log in, and then they'll be in. It's probably fine, right? Yeah, that'd be cool. Da. Alright. Oh. Yeah, so document dot body dot inner HTML plus equals. Ah, frick, I copied it. I think that looks cool. I like having that there. Next. Style width ID progress bar. How does it know it's at 50%? What if I make it 75 here? Or 66? Yeah, okay. Then here, this is at 1% when you're on the create page. Beautiful, dude, beautiful. And then that should jump to step 3 of 3, which is to save your progress. This is so stupid. It's like such a jank way to do it, because then once you refresh... Oh. If you refresh, it's still there, but if you reload the page, like if you re-click the link, then it re-renders it. How long have I been streaming for? Really? 2 hours? Already? Golly. Last stream was like 2 hours. I feel like I haven't done anything. What have I even done? I did the redirects. I figured out the layout of the storage. Okay. So yeah, once I sign in, then it'll be fully done. Okay. So let step 1 equal that. Step 2. I don't know why this... Oh no, it does work, okay. It wasn't working at one point. So now I have to generate... Are we on... Yep. Well, I won't be able to build their house as quick as possible. Hmm. So this will actually be step 1. Or... yeah, step 1. Yeah, we don't worry about scripts yet. It's a long one. Don't expect it to be that long. So we have it set to go to step 1, right? Set up your crib. your house a name and upload a picture. What was back? Oh. Yeah. Shit, okay. Boop, okay. Okay. We want the back of the next button. Back. Oh, oops, wrong spot. Back. Nav buttons. So we'll steal these. We'll put them on step 2. Throw this button on step 1. Because there's no back yet. Oops. Never deleted. Yeah. Oh, so now I can use query parameters. So where did I grab those query parameters here? Okay. So here, I'm gonna grab step. And we're gonna have the next button go to, oops. Step equal 2. Then this back button. Well, first let me check if buttons do the whole href thing. Oops. Create. Yeah, set up your crib. Should go to create step equals 2. Why does it go to login? There's nothing on here that makes it go to login, you know. Oh boy. Oh Billy, oh boy. Oh, do I have JavaScript doing this? Yeah. Huh. Undefined. Ooh. Could be undefined. Oh. Get attribute. Okay. Woo. Oh man. Set up your crib. This is step 1. It should be at 1%. Step 103. What was... What we're gonna do with the circle do? If Save customization. Is there an ID here? No. Just copy that crap. Software engineering. Am I right? Why does login not work? Does it get mad if you have two buttons with the same ID? Complete create. Peeing, by the way. we're back. I think once I get this, I might end the stream or something. We're 2 hours 46. It's kind of a lot. Nobody's watching. Don't want to record like everything, you know. I wish I could clip stuff, you know. Clipping would be cool. Clip it. They should add the ability to make clips of myself within OBS. Okay. Complete create. Hello. Oh crap. I forgot I made tea. Yeah, chat. We're gonna need to keep this up. I want me on camera solving this last issue, but then I'll stop. It doesn't have to be perfect. This shouldn't even be a back button. That's unnecessary. Okay, I'm going. Okay. I don't think I even need this don't have an account thing. Because my sign up thing's going to be the same thing as my login thing. Okay. Sweet. Pretty good. So what do we have in step 1? The inputs are... It's a miss input, miss input. How do we grab the inputs at each stage? Maybe we do need 2 of these. I'm going to save customization 2. Save customization 2. We'll grab all of the data. We'll grab all of the data. Actually, I don't want to print print console.log selected options. So let's go back. Can we go back? Does that work? Yep, it's fine. Next. We should get some required stuff going. Like, oh, one selection is required, you know? I want this to say customize your crib as well. Maybe. Set up your crib, customize your crib. Why isn't this working? Oh, because the event listener is... Save customization. Save customization. Okay, customization. Dude, I don't get it. Why isn't the next working right now, dude? Let's just empty the cache and hard the reload. Console. Go next. 109. Oh, well, yeah, okay, no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. There's no alert, there's no nothing. Why is it just... Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Like, I don't even... ID is save custom. Or, yeah, it's the same one. Click documents.query all, input type equals checked. Oh, it's because, yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, crap. What? 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 Why not? Why not work? Why are you gay? Wait, what? No, yeah, okay. Save customization too. Da 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 da. Then equal to da 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 da. Yeah, why isn't this working? I'm actually getting very annoyed. Can you not have two event listeners? Oh. This isn't real. No, it is. It is, because of the function call. There we go. So basically, I don't know. Basically, I don't know. Oh, now we're just broken. What did I do? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but... Is that, like, causing issues? Is it angry that there's no save customization button? Alright. I think we're just gonna have to use the same button. I wonder if we can replace this with... Can you... Nope. Okay. With like a thick button, you know? For my thick boys. I need a big girl. Let's add a thick button item in. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. It's fine, it just has no... It just doesn't have the right padding. Which gets a little annoying. Okay. Custom tracker. Ooh. I don't even think about other iPhones. We're just on the XR right now. Which, it won't be a problem if it's fixed. It's not fixed. Why deal with that headache when you can just not deal with that headache? Oh, except that just looks nasty right there, like that looks... Why does that look so bad, Is there no padding on the bottom of that next button? Can we get some, like, MB4 action going or something? Looks like this button has, like, MB4 or something on it. So what happens if I put MB4 on it? Does it look bad? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh. Maybe it does look bad. No, it was like that before, I think. I don't think it changed. It looks the same. Well, it just looks nasty there, But who cares? Okay. Look at me worrying over CSS again. Looks fine. Okay. So when it clicks, I want it to save the information. But first, it needs to know which page it's on. So if if my param is equal to 1, then we want oh, I didn't. Whoa. We're gonna have to find in ChatGPT's history where I saved that, like the mapping. That map. How can I be homophobic? How can I be homophobic? Oh, how can I be homophobic? Like, get. Dot map. Dot map. Oh, there's nothing. I think you say, oh. Okay, let's check here. So chat are we cooked? We might be cooked. Oh, this fixed stuff. Really? It's fine. Okay. I haven't pushed anything. I guess it'd be cool to see the changes I've made. Index is just completely new. Landing page, I changed that. Added an SVG. Changed up the Firebase. Okay. Alright, let's do this so I can end this stream. We're at 3 hours. I mean, I guess we made some progress, but not like crazy progress. We didn't even get to start the database. When will that happen? Well, let's find out. Find out next time on... yeah. Home. Maybe there's a better way of rendering pages other than saving them as strings. Whatever. Who cares? All we need to do is if my param is equal to 2, we need to let selected options equal that. Yeah, sure. And then we just do that. How can I be homophobic? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. That's weird. ID is equal to house dash name. Did you get that right? Okay. 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 This photo. Go on. Yep. That's what I want. And here. Farters. For farters. Like for starters. Get out of here. Alert 1. Just alert me, man. The farters. I'll open that file. Didn't alert me. I'll tell you that much. Yes, yes, yes. Console.log. My param. Oi. Photos. Let's get some screenshots going. I'm here for you. Could have been bad. Okay, I think we're home stretch. Dun, 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 dun. But like, why does it work? Why does this work? Like, I don't get it. Just don't get it. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Actually, yeah. Let's worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it takes like. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It works here, and that's all that matters. If dot get attribute step. Forgot about the triple equals. Gotta get on that more. curious. Should be this, I think. Well, maybe it was that. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I'm just being stupid. What are we at? We're at 3 hours 23. I gotta get out of here, dude. I gotta get this working and go. So step 1 equals step 2. Step 1 and step 2. Yeah, so maybe this works. Farters. Screenshot going. Okay. Okay. But at this point, we're not even in the same scope at this point. We're not even in the same scope at this point. So how am I supposed to save my progress if we're not in the same scope, you know? Find out next time. Wait, let me just come up with a solution and I'll be done. Let me just come up with a solution and then I'll be done. Just make it global. Fine. Just make it global. When in doubt, just make it global. It's fine. So that means I can go to login and console.log. House name, house photo, selection options. It should work. Farters. Oh, I didn't even check. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. It's because it's changing the href, so it's reloading the page entirely, so it's not saving anything actually. I think I'm done for the day. I don't mean to give up or anything, but I think I'd be better suited just like thinking on the problem like later. So that's my progress, guys. Didn't even get to the main stuff, but that's all right. We'll get to it eventually. I'm gonna end this now. Goodbye, forever until tomorrow. Probably until like 30 minutes from now. I'm gonna start editing. You guys can watch that if you want. But yeah, bye.